Emma. Since you already know a fair amount about the oboe, you said it'd be interesting to learn about the English horn because you're not familiar with it. First things first, I have to get out. This is clearly a much bigger case than my oboe. This is actually a double case, so it can hold an English horn and an oboe. This is the English horn, pretty big. For reference, I have my oboe right here. So yeah, big difference. You'll also notice that there's this part up here. That's a bocal, and bassoons have that too, actually. If I'm being totally honest, I don't know the specific reason as to why this needs a bocal instead of just a normal reed. But yeah, the cork is down here, and then you have this long tube, and then the reed goes on top of that. So it's almost like the reed is made on a staple, right? And you can't see the metal part right here, but the bocal is basically kind of like an extended version. This one's like torn up. This is not my English horn. I did not do this. The bocal is kind of like an extended staple, an extended tube with cork. I just showed you an oboe reed, and now here's an English horn reed. That's the difference. Hopefully the camera's focusing. The oboe reed sounds like this. And the English horn reed sounds like this. So very similar. But as you can see, obviously this is a lot bigger reed. So it's a lot wider, a little bit longer too. So the oboe, again for reference, sounds like this. And the English horn sounds like this. So it's very pretty, I think. Another big difference between English horn and oboe is that English horn usually requires extra support. You don't need it. I sometimes play without it. I mean, not usually. I use a strap, and I hook this here, and then the English horn sits like that. And I kind of pivot that way. So, I mean, some people do use straps for oboe. My friend Megan does that. Another difference is the bell. So this has, you know, it's like a little bulb at the bottom. I don't know why it's like that. It just is. It's probably some physics thing. A big difference between these two instruments is the key that they're in. The oboe is in the key of C, and English horn is in the key of F. And that means that when I like play a C on this instrument, that sounds like an F. It's transposing instruments is weird and hard to explain, so it's been explained to me before why instruments transpose and why that's a thing. I can't remember it. All I know is that it's a lot of work and it seems unnecessary, but it's not. As far as range goes, it's very similar as far as, I mean, obviously it's lower, but like the keys. As far as the highest notes I can play on this, it's not comfortable, but it's not comfortable for me to play above like high C. You wanted me to play Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind, so here you go.